We want to talk about kind of everything with this Bears team, right? And we got to break it down in sections, right? There's a lot of things that are going wrong with this team. So I want to get into all of it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Do Talk Chicago Sports daily on this channel. Only channel Talk Chicago Sports, how Chicago talk. So make sure that you stay in tune with us, man. Boys, how we feeling today, man? Outside of the Bears, how we feeling?
Hey, man, I'm good. I see. Hold on.
You got to put the hat on if you don't sit in the chair.
Not you wearing Super Ringo. You can't wear the hat.
GM of the year. Oh man. GM of the year. Hey, shout out to AD.
Yo, the fleecing that this man did of AD.
The fleece of the year.
Hey, is this the fleece of the year? So he traded AD, Mr. Two Letters. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better? Nobody, bro. Not in fantasy. He traded him Jordan Addison for AJ Brown. Is that fleece of the year? Let's start it off there. That's fleece of the year, boys.
Hold on.
Yes.
His tagline is no longer if you knew better, you do better. Because he knows better.
He did do better. He know better.
He know better. He did do better.
Hey, Newport boys in the house. What?
It's
the
man.
Breeze boys out here, man. Stop playing with the squad.
But
appreciate y'all for showing love, man. Listen, we got a lot of bad to get to. I want to start it. I want to go through all of it. Now, this week, right, there's no Allen Williams. So for sure, realistically, I can't critique how he would have called this defense, but I do have Matt Eberflus in there stepping in, and I can critique what we saw from him. I also want to talk about him as a leader, Justin Fields and his play, and of course, Luke Getsy. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. They need the Muffin Man. That's pretty much where this team is at right now. The Muffin Man.
Don't do it.
We need a behind the scenes on the
Dog, that gets me every single time, bro.
The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. He straightened it out, bro. It threw me off so much, bro. But no, let's start it here. Justin Fields, man. I mean, listen, there was so much to look at from his game on both ends, right? There were drives that looked elite. There were drives that looked pedestrian and inept. And realistically, I think the fact that you can sit there and see both of them is what has Bears fans split down the middle today, right? Where you're looking at the play calling, you're looking at all of these different things. When realistically, we here in the Breeze have come to this conclusion, it's all bad. There's nothing from that game. Now, here's what I will say, and it's not to shoot anybody bail because we shouldn't be at this point. There's a lot of bad in the NFL. And it was better than week one bad. Week two bad as it was better than week one bad, which is kind of gross to say because it's both bad, right? Like you went from like garbage to like rubbish. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's levels to the trash that we're sitting.
It's levels to the trash.
Bet.
You're not garbage no more. You're rubbish now. It's like a British word. It makes you feel better about it. It's still garbage, but it's British.
It's
so
a recycling bin instead of.
Or is it refuse? Should we go refuse on that?
I like that.
Garbage to refuse. That's what the Bears are at right now.
garbage.
A lot of tears for garbage.
Is this the recyclable?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You know how many tears for garbage there are, bro? I'm a
you just want to burn that,
bro. You know what I mean? Like, look, we got tears for this garbage out here. No, but let's start it off here, boys. Justin Fields, what'd you see from him in this week 2 action? That leaves you feeling kind of where we're at right now.
We're gonna start with the GM of the year right now.
Fleecing.
Hey, I just. I really look at it, and I mean, I feel like it was a whole lot of bad, on both ends. The first drive of the game, you go 6 for 6, literally like everything that we wanted to see from the team, everything that we wanted to see from Justin. It was beautiful. He got the ball out to DJ Moore, on time. His drops, his dropbacks look fluid. Everything like that, and then after that, I mean, realistically, it just got worse. I mean, when you look at it, everybody has come to the conclusion at some point, like the spacing, like it. Some of it is on Justin for patting the ball, but the spacing from Luke Getsy and the way that he's calling the plays is literally on some like if an NFL quarterback can't recognize this, like how would you expect Justin to recognize this? And not only that, I do got some stats for you guys. So Justin Fields this season,
here we go,
with 3+ seconds to throw, 20 pass completions out of 23. He's got 20 pass completions, 23 incompletions. Out of those 23, 13 are incompletions, and then you also been sacked 10 times since he's been in the league.
Now that's since he's been in the league, or that's this season?
No. That's just this season.
Right. So
since he's been in the league,
that's my problem, right? In that stat, 3+ seconds, and he's been sacked. You said 10 times.
10 times.
3+ seconds, and you've been sacked 10 times. Now I get it, right? Week 1.
Sounds like you had a whole lot of what?
A whole lot of time.
A whole lot of time.
No, week 1, though, right? I understand. Week 1, that offensive line was completely inept. I think the system played a lot more part into it. But, right, like Nate Davis basically was just like, hey, I play football. I'm out here. Let's make this happen. It didn't work out. He looked god-awful. And on the flip side of that, right, it ends up branching out to the rest of the offensive line. But I just think that week 2, for me, with Justin Fields, week 2 is the first time where I can't sit here and tell you somebody else lost you this game. Woo! Outside of him. Because Luke Getsy, while he did call a piss poor game plan, and hear me out here, it's bad. Like it was not, terrible, awful, trash, however you want to say it. The screen passes got to go, and you're doing grade school stuff. And clearly you're not teaching your game plan well enough, because I got dudes showing up in the same spot for class, and they're not supposed to be in the same class here, right? Like, what are we doing here? I got Cole Kmet and DJ Moore standing in the same spot, doing the same route, doing the same move. That means something's not being taught here. But enough was done for you to win this game. Enough was done for you to pull this game out. Next week's game, probably not. I got you. Next week's game, no.
Next week's game, no.
Next week's game, this game plan does not work. This week's game, there was enough done for you to pull out a win. And I'm looking at Justin Fields, and I'm saying, listen, yes, there were the screen passes. That second screen pass was idiotic. That's on Luke Getsy to me. We'll talk about that as well. But there were moments where guys were just wide open. When you're wide, and this is the ultimate moment for me. This is when I start to say, okay, now I got to figure out what's happening with the quarterback. When your number one receiver does this, you know what I mean? Like,
I know he was
clapping.
That means the play's there, you have to make it.
Facts.
And Justin Fields did not make the play. Was there other factors that lead to this Bears team losing? Yeah, that's on the out route. Were there other things that led to this Bears team losing the game? For sure. We're gonna break all of those down. But this is the first time realistically that I don't sit here and I go, the scheme failed you 100%, the offensive line failed you 100%, and your defense didn't stop enough for you to put up enough points.
Yep.
And all three of those things happened.
Mm-hmm.
And you still came out of this game with a loss. That, to me, is the biggest issue that the Chicago Bears are facing right now in week 2 and through the first 2 weeks of this season.
I'm going to sit there and double down. Go ahead.
Hey, nah, I just wanted to say this. I just wanted to say this real quick before you go, because I know you got Justin slander. So
we got slander to go around.
So Justin Fields, since he's came in the league, has had 3.2. I think his average is 3.2 seconds to throw the ball since he's been in the league. You know who's got more? Zach Wilson.
See, here's
3.6.
And here's my problem with that stat. Is it's very much like the stat of, well, the Bears have lost 12 games in a row. It's not taking into account what happened. We've all talked about how Justin Fields had a god-awful offensive line last year and how he was running for his life. Why were those 3 seconds there? Because he's running backwards to then run forward. Like, we understand that.
That stat is
I think that's in a pocket.
That's just a pocket stat. Once she starts retreating outside of the pocket, they stop counting.
Right.
I think
but in the pocket, I'm saying that time is still he can run back and forth in the pocket.
Legitimate.
So the pocket is literally the part created. Outside of the pocket is just outside of the pocket.
I get
So
you.
when he runs left and right, how many times have we seen Justin Fields go back, spin around, get off of somebody, and then go forward? Last season, we had Sam Mustipher where like set hut. Oh Jesus!
They consider that a scramble at that point.
Not until you get past the pocket.
I'm just letting you know what the research says.
I get you. I'm just saying, when you get past the pocket, that's when it becomes a scramble.
Okay.
Once you outside of the realm of the pocket, when you in that pocket, and they're not taking into account, right, they're not being a pocket.
Mm-hmm.
How many times last season was there a real pocket? Like, it's a PFF stat, right? Yeah. PFF stats, I swear.
They could be misconstrued.
I wish PFF did NBA stats because I can make the Chicago Bulls look god. I can make them look like the best team in the NBA with how they do some of their stats. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of those where it's like, yes, this is how this stat is read. Okay, but that's not how many PFF stats is it not what we're seeing. But this is not the defend Justin hour either.
Oh no! Here's the thing.
Look, it's back.
Now we finna double down on this because I don't care what you say. I've looked at this all day. I've watched it some last night. This has to be one of the slowest drops I've seen in the league. My man's drop is slow as heck.
He's taking his time.
For what?
Like he has time.
For what? What do you throw off of? Your back foot.
No.
He throws off his back foot.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what he throws off
Yeah.
of.
Multiple times.
That's what he throws off of. Guess what? He don't even plant. He don't even plant it half the time. He's already anticipating the run before he's even.
I wish he was like go.
Here's my problem.
Now I do give you the slow drop is because you don't have the time for a slow drop.
Now here's the thing.
I get you.
That's a combination of coaching.
Yeah.
That's a combination of things like that. However, here's what I will say. I looked at that game, and I want people to understand he had time to pass.
Yeah.
And you know what you saw? You saw Justin Fields in Ohio State. You know what you don't have right now? Justin Fields at Ohio State with all the elite receivers he had.
Bro,
no one ever talks about that.
But I'm not giving him that excuse anymore because we said that last year. You got DJ Moore now. Let's stop playing. DJ Moore is what we said, top 15?
I'd say he's 16.
Top
16. Okay.
I give him 16. Like literally just outside. A good
Top
year with
16.
Justin Fields makes him 15.
Let's stop making excuses because then also Chase Claypool has had a year over in the offseason to get the schemes, get the plays down right. You know, that's no more of an excuse anymore. You can't give this man all these excuses.
I can't blame Chase Claypool because he ain't getting the rock. Like
You
you blame him, you can blame him on effort game one.
You know what?
But game two, he
What
actually
did you say?
showed up.
9 touchdowns, right? He got one so far. He got one for 8.
He got one. Hey, listen, there's a lot of games left for him to get the other 8. There's a lot of games left for him to get the other 8. No, you know what? You know what? The only thing Chase played better in week 2.
He did play
There's
better.
still moments, and this is the biggest thing. There's too many moments where I go, "Ain't you 6'4"?
Yes.
Ain't you 240?"
He doesn't.
This man basically LeBron James out there, legitimately running around, and he getting pushed around.
Thank you.
Like I still got some smoke for Chase. Less smoke this week than week 1.
I still
But
got smoke for
some
Fields
smoke.
on the simple fact that he's living up to his scouting report. His scouting report.
It needs to be open for him to take the shit.
His scouting report clearly, all the stuff that we're tripping about was on his scouting report.
Yeah.
When was it? When did his scouting report come out? His draft report. When did it come out?
Oh, I mean,
3 years ago.
At
this point,
realistically, it comes out your junior year.
Realistically, he should have improved by now. That's the part. You get paid to improve.
Yeah, but
he should have improved.
Hold
by
on.
now.
Let me
Some of the
let
stuff
me-
on his
let me
scout
push
report.
back
he
on
should have-
that though.
Factors involved, but I mean, 4 carries for 3 yards is just terrible.
Well,
The deficiencies on that report should not still be the deficiencies we're talking about today.
but when are we talking about him getting put in a position to improve on those deficiencies? I think that's the part that's tough, right? Year 1, realistically, Matt Nagy set him out there to die.
Facts.
And year 2, they tried to fix it, and basically they sent him out there to die on a bad team. Last week, and this is why I say this is the first time we can sit here and look at Justin Fields and talk about the issues that Justin Fields really had, is because I thought Ja'Tyre Carter did a good job stepping in for Nate Davis. I really did. I thought that the offensive line, now, were they perfect? No. But I looked at the 6 sacks that Justin Fields got. I said it at a minimum after watching the tape. I said 5 initially. After watching more of the tape, 4 of those were on Justin. 4 of those are on Justin standing back there not doing what he needs to do. And my issue with it is it's a combination. Of course, we're here right now talking about Justin Fields. When the open shots are there, because you're getting so few of them, you have to pull the trigger. You can't be scared to pull the trigger. It's too many times where, especially last game, where it was wide open. It's not NFL open either, right? The biggest thing with Justin Fields is Justin Fields needs it to be college open, not NFL open. Yes, Sunday wasn't even college open. Sunday was 7-Eleven open. Sunday there were passes that, like, not to say anybody could make, because I don't like doing that because it diminishes the feeling of it.
He's a professional.
But any NFL quarterback could make. Daniel Jones could make them passes.
That's a fact.
Joshua Dobbs could make those passes.
He would have made.
I think the one thing. Yes, Tyson Basic can make those passes.
I don't know that. I don't know that because I haven't seen that. I had to eviscerate my first person yesterday on the post game show for calling for Tyson Basic.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing in the world, bro. It's a little too soon for that.
It's the dumbest thing in the world.
Here's my thing, though. These are some things that you can work on in practice. This is things you work on, period. These are his weaknesses. Poor pocket awareness. Can get rattled by the pass rush, can freeze when seeing the blitz, must get better at passing in the face of the rush. Blitz recognition needs work, needs to check the ball down more. Field vision. He got that one.
He got check the ball down.
Check the ball down a lot now, right?
I'm not gonna lie to you. He picks up the blitz well. He's picked up the blitz well the last 2 years.
I don't think so.
He has. He knows when the blitz is coming. He checks out of it. Now, whether you got the dudes that can pick up that blitz. But he's picked up the blitz well the last couple of years. The coverage is what's been an issue for him over the middle.
Needs to get quicker working through progressions. That's still present.
Yeah.
The last one is limited play experience. We're not gonna go into that one.
I think
most of those are still issues.
Here's the thing.
Some of that shouldn't be issues still.
I think now we're at the point where he's too quick going through progression.
He's predetermining where he's
predetermining where it's going to be, where it's boom. That's not there. That's not there. That's not there. Yes, he's getting through the progression quick, but realistically, you're getting off of routes that you need to try and now. Granted, right? Offensive line plays into that, but Sunday it didn't. Sunday, I feel like the offensive line did enough for you. Now, was it great? No. But you know what?
He's never going to have a great
bad offensive lines in the NFL. Yours isn't going to be great.
It's never going to be great for him. CJ Stroud don't have a great offensive line.
No.
At all. He's seeing the blitz. Yep. He's making the adjustments. He's getting the throws out.
Yeah.
Now I know I hate to compare them two because it's totally different situations.
No, here's the
but to be honest with you, CJ Stroud is in a much worse situation because he ain't even got a number one receiver.
Here's the one that I compare.
He don't have a lot of the tools that Justin Fields has, and he's under the same pressure, but he's performing better. I don't care what nobody says. He's performing better already.
He's making Nico Collins number one.
Now I'm not saying we should have grabbed him because I'm not going to sit there and say I really believe Poles set himself up for next year. I do believe that. I believed it the moment he did it. However, CJ Stroud looks like the better QB so far.
Here's I'm gonna give y'all two QBs real quick. And here's my issue. And this is what I want you to say. All right. This is what to me gets you into the question marks, not just on Justin. Justin has his question marks, but also on what we're seeing on the field. Right? These are two quarterbacks yesterday. 26 for 37, 321 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. 21 for 31, 228 yards, 1 touchdown. Who are those quarterbacks?
One of them is Jordan Love.
No.
Wait, repeat it again.
26 for 37, 321 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. 21 for 31, 228 yards, 1 touchdown. Nope.
Two touchdowns, 1 pick.
Yep.
2 touchdowns, 1 pick. That was yesterday?
It was yesterday. This was yesterday's game.
It's not Anthony Richardson because he didn't play the whole game.
Nope.
It's not Gardner Minshew?
Nope. Did Gardner play?
Gardner
You know I love a good stash. The stash got in. I love a good stash.
Gardner played.
Did he? I love me some Minshew, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Every time I see him, I'm like, I know he's not going to win nothing, but I love it.
See, rookie or vet?
Both are vets. Both are tenured vets. At this
Jared?
I think one has to be Russ.
Nope.
Jared Goff?
Nope.
Yo.
Worse.
Kirk Cousins?
Worse.
Oh, Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is one of them.
You should have known that.
Daniel Jones yesterday, 26 for 37,
we was getting
321 yards,
We was
2
getting stopped.
touchdowns, 1 interception.
And the other one was
Jonathan Perry got it. Joshua Dobbs.
Jesus.
Both of those quarterbacks are terrible. Let's not get it twisted. But what I saw yesterday, and I went back and rewatched which tells you how dedicated I am to this. I went back and rewatched the Giants game just to prove this point. You want to know what neither guy's offensive coordinator did?
Play to their strengths.
No, not at all. No, they both just went. They both just went. I can't just not throw these passes because I don't like who my quarterback is. I still have to draw these plays up, and they still threw those passes. Daniel Jones still threw the ball downfield. Joshua Dobbs threw the ball downfield. They attacked downfield. And you want to know, as gross as they are, they still went to their number one options. I had Lance Briggs on the show today on the Chicago Bears podcast. Check out that episode. Talk to him. And I asked him, now granted, right? 06 Bears is what? 06 Bears probably a top 10 defense all time, right?
Yes.
Probably a top 10 defense all time.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I asked him. He basically said they never double teamed number one receivers because they knew what they were going to do. They knew how to play them one-on-one. You could put Peanut Tillman out there. Boom. Perfect. I said, how many times did they still throw to their weapons? He said, well, you still got to throw to your number one targets. Luke Getsy. The last 2 plays yesterday were a screen pass to Khalil Herbert. Offensive holding. Let's fix the holding. I don't like the holding either. Too many penalties. Let's fix the holding.
Let's fix the holding.
You move back. The very next